And hello everybody, and thanks again for joining us for the delightful game that is Trails in the Sky, Chapter 2. Today, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be able to say goodbye to Roland. We only have a few little things to take care of, starting with wrapping up the nostalgic recipe. Oh shoot, now the recipe isn't listed here, oh dear. So last time we spent the whole time trying to work this recipe out, like, what's his face? Radford, the one of the guys who got, like, coma conked, he had a lovely dream where he ate, like, this, like, soup, that, from his childhood. And, basically, the cook in Bar Abend didn't know what the heck that was, so we have now been scouring the town, talking to the local old fogies to work out the recipe. It required quite a bit of work because most old folks didn't even know. We found one lady who had the cookbook, but then the cookbook had been given to a collector of books. Then after turning, it was literally the last place you could check. And I don't mean like in the, like, kind of silly tautological, like, of course, once you find something, that's the last place you look. I mean that there were no places left in town to look before I found, oh, right, this building nestled over here, and there's a guy with a book collection. And we got the book with the recipe in it. Let's see if it's, like, in our books collection, because this is recipe copy. There we go. We need 1 aged miso, 2 maple sugars, 5 fresh herbs, 4 black peppers, 1 vintage wine, 5 kibbled salt, 2 dragon beans, and 2 juicy bones. That last one's the only tricky one, I think, because, like, you know, I think that's a monster part. The other ones we can all buy from the store, I think. I haven't checked into this, but, like, you know, it seems like you could maybe do, like, this in real life, this, whatever a puchero is. I'd have to look up what a puchero is and how to make that. I didn't do that either, but, yeah, like, you could probably make this in real life if you substituted the fantasy things with, like, real-life things. I mean, well, most of these aren't even fake things, but dragon beans, you'd probably have to substitute with, like, coffee beans, and juicy bone is not gonna be monster meat, it's gonna have to be, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, what meat that includes a bone can you buy at the store, at the local store? Well, you folks watching might have fancier selections. I'm thinking, like, it's gonna have to be, like, I don't know, pork ribs. Basically, I can't think of anything else off the top of my head. Anyway, so, shoot, okay, so let's go through these a couple at a time, because I'll forget them otherwise. 1 aged miso, 2 maple sugar, 5 aged miso, and sugar... plenty of sugar. Got it. 5 fresh herbs and 4 black peppers. Fresh. 40 fresh herbs, that's fine, and 32 black peppers. That's some of the stuff I bought too many of, so that's fine. I'm gonna use for those. 1 vintage wine and 5 kibbled salt. Oh, there's the wine. We got it. So right there. Kibbled salt. Well, how much did we need? It was like 5. In any case, we got enough. 2 dragon beans and 2 juicy bones. Okay. There's the dragon beans. Plenty of them. Now about those bones. And 2. We got everything. We don't need to go looking for parts. Very good. We can go turn this in. I guess I could have done that at the end of the episode, but I was feeling a little bit tuckered by this quest, and I do believe I did have a timetable that day, so I was like, you know, fine. We'll just leave this to the next episodes, and so we did. Hey, Estelle. How's the investigation going? Right, well, we've found a recipe. Whoa, you already found it? Man, you guys are fast. Braces are incredible. I'd want to hold that praise. Oh, why's that? Well, you see, They explained that the recipe they found was an altered version of the original. Yes, that was of course one of the things that we've yet to really confront, but we've been unable to find any better options at this point, so we gotta go with this. Like the old lady who we got the recipe from, or, well, who had the recipe that she had given away, she explained that this had been altered for her family, so nuts, but okay.
I see. So that's it. Still, can't be too greedy. I'll call the job finished with that recipe.
Sorry, Denzel. It'd have been best if we'd found the original, but
the basic parts probably won't be that different.
I wonder if you could have somehow found it. That's kind of crazy, because that would be super well hidden. I did not see any clues anywhere, or at least I didn't pick up on any clues anywhere on, like, where this original recipe could be, so,
I'll smooth over the rest with my instinct and experience.
Pretty confident. As expected from a professional chef. Well, anyway, let me go over the results of our investigation. Estelle read off the details of Bloom's recipe.
I see. It's more or less what I'd expected, but it does use some surprising ingredients. Alright, now I can really get to cooking this.
So then, we're all done here?
Yeah, pretty much. Is what I'd like to say, but I also asked for the ingredients.
Yep. True, that was part of the job. Shall we go and collect them then? Just a sec. Yeah, we've got everything. Hey, sweet, like a little extra dialogue for if you actually already had everything coming in. That's very nice. Huzzah! Handed over all of that stuff.
Phew, good work. Now we're set. Whether I can make a meal that'll satisfy the old man or not, the rest is up to my skill. Alright, bang a gong, we are on!
Is that a common chef parlance? It sounded kind of like rub-a-dub-dub, let's have some grub, which is one of the ways that, like, the Japanese phrase itadakimasu is translated, and it always makes me go, like, eh? Because, like, the simple fact is that you don't really say anything, like, particular. Like, there isn't, like, a particular phrase you say when you start eating in, like, English language. I guess, like, dig in, or let's dig in, or something like that, but not like this kind of, like, almost ritualistic that itadakimasu is. So certainly I don't think rub-a-dub-dub, let's have some grub, is particularly common parlance. This has nothing to do with anything, it just kind of reminded me, because bang a gong, whatever he said, that had the same kind of, like, you know, sing-song vibe to it, so, yeah.
I see. So you couldn't find the original recipe.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. We asked a lot of people, but in the end, we never found anyone who knew it. We're terribly sorry, sir. I never did run off to check Purcell Farm, like if one of the old folks there would have known. Aw, damn it. Imagine if that is the answer. I will kick myself so much. Ugh.
No. Ultimately, it was my selfish request anyway. You don't need to be so worried. Well, I'll admit it's a bit sad to know I'll never taste that flavor again, though.
But Radford, it might be a bit early to give up.
Oh?
I'm sure the meal I made will be close to that flavor. The recipe you guys brought still has a nostalgic flavor.
Yes, and while you all are talking, it's getting cold. Yeah, it looks pretty good. You should eat it while it's hot. Really, I'd like you to think of us watching on the sidelines. I've been sitting here dealing with such a lovely smell for a while now.
Yeah, it really does smell good. Damn, now I'm hungry.
Why the heck are you angry about that?
We got to talking a bit too much. Well then, let me have at it.
I'm really sorry for anybody who doesn't like mouth noises. What am I gonna do? The prompt is there. Even Estelle gets in on it.
This is a bit nerve-wracking.
I know this flavor.
What is it?
This is it. This is the stew I ate in my dreams. Woohoo!
Oh my.
Seriously?
Really? Yes, really. It's not even slightly different from the nostalgic flavor I remember.
Oh, interesting twist. Okay, never mind.
What I wanted to eat, what I dreamed of eating, was exactly this.
That's incredible, Denzel. You perfectly replicated a recipe from a dream.
I mean, I was pretty confident in it, but that's a bit too generous.
No, don't be humble. The meal is perfect. This is what I wanted in every way. It brings me back to those lost days of my youth. The girl I admired was ever so good at this recipe.
Is that the twist? Oh my god, so he was into like Mrs. Bloom, I guess. Was it Bloom? Was Miss Bloom the lady with the book? Oh dear. Or was Bloom the book collector? Anyway, the old lady, like, that's such a cute twist to this, if that's the case.
I shed many manly tears the day she wed.
Okay, it actually got a little less cute, in fact. Oh dear, the sad story here. And, like, is she still married? I don't remember if there was a Mr. Bloom in that house still. Even so, it'd be kind of rude to start hooking them up, like a widow so promptly, even if Mr. Bloom was no longer around. Well, this is getting a bit soppy.
Never heard of that. Sounds like you were quite the passionate one in your youth, old guy.
That's the beauty of youth.
The beauty of youth indeed. Everything has changed since then. Even that angel of a girl is now a dried apricot.
Okay, never mind then. I see we're not... Okay, see, I thought there was going to be some story where he forgot about that woman, like didn't know who it was anymore, even though they were still living in town, but okay, never mind. So much for that loveliness. Okay, this is pretty good, though.
Who are you calling a dried apricot, you old fart?
That voice is...
Great timing. I love it. It is Bloom, okay.
Miss Bloom?
Really? To badmouth a lady in front of such a crowd. You're as twisted an old man as ever, you.
No, it was just a play on words.
What is it, ma'am? We don't see you here much.
Yeah, it's been a while. These people came by my home to ask about the recipe a bit ago, and, well, I was curious, so I came by to see.
Huh, so this recipe's...
Yes, it's a cooking style passed down in my family. This stew was my best recipe when I was a girl.
I think I'm gonna sneeze, everybody. Hold on. No, okay, I was like, it's passing, but it didn't pass. Sorry. Speaking of mouth noises, that's a nose noise. No, it's also a mouth noise. No.
I made it often for Radford here.
So that means... the girl this old man admired was...
Time is a cruel master indeed.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Well, one way or the other, I'm just happy to see people eating this old recipe again. Here, since I've come down all this way, let me make it for the first time in a while. You all should enjoy the flavor of tradition yourselves.
Hooray! Don't mind if I do.
Yeah, please. I'd love the chance to observe some of the tricks to this recipe firsthand.
Well then, let me borrow the kitchen.
Now, I wonder, are we gonna be... Oh, sweet! I was exactly what I was gonna be wondering, and they already threw it in our face. We got it! A new food recipe, and ooh, look at that, they, forgot to change the font color there. Whoopsie daisy. Like, it kept running past the bracket there. Anyway, good stuff, though. I was like, oh, man, are we actually gonna... If we get to eat this, and it counts as a food, are we gonna get some, like, new food? And sure enough, and the quest is complete. Huzzah! Oh, there wasn't any denouement after that? Okay, I guess not, but still. So the pepper potage is a to-go meal, not a sit-down meal, for 4,000 health, and it cures KO. Ooh, that's a really good catch. So that's a even better one than the, It's basically an upgrade to the Azealia Kiss we've been using. I'm gonna make a stack immediately, because I can only make the 2. Which one am I? Oh, the kibbled salt. Well, I'm gonna make a stack of 2. There we go. And I'm gonna actually really quickly shop for the missing items, but I won't make more of them for now. We'll just have a couple of them in the pocket. But I'm gonna just really quickly, you guys. Don't worry. I will blaze through this. Watch me. This won't take up a ton of the episode. Watch me speed run my purchases, especially with this money stash we got right now. Now's the time, since like the wine and the miso, very expensive. I'm unclear why the miso's that expensive. I don't really, in my mind, miso isn't a luxury food. Like, if it is, then I'm severely misunderstood, I guess. No, actually, that's more flaky potatoes that a guy needs. Okay. And carrots. Oh, but my maple sugar is a little bit low. As is my kibbled salt. Oh, the pepper potage needs 5 of them, so we're gonna really stock up on these. Thankfully, salt, is cheap in this world. Which seems topsy-turvy, because I think salt, on the other hand, was a rather expensive good, like, back in the olden days. But since this world has kind of had, like, an industrial revolution kind of sitch, I think we're past salt being as big of an issue. Since nowadays, in our modern day, salt is not a particularly tricky commodity to get in stores. Although I shouldn't, like... As a comfy Westerner guy, I probably shouldn't, like, be too, like, comfy about that. I don't know what kind of work goes into getting salt in, and how much exploitation is involved in that business. I know coffee's really bad, but I don't actually know about salt. It's a whole different matter. Anyway. Turn in the nostalgic recipe. Oh, yeah. Hey, sick! Senior Racer D rank, and for some reason we got an achievement for that damn recipe was the name of the Steam achievement. Honestly, I feel like the quest before that, the Diaset's secret thing, was way more work. So I'm unclear why that one didn't get a achievo, but sure. Deathblow 1 quartz, okay, sure. I'd call this a job well done. We've heard this dialogue before, there we go. So, but, you guys, we can't leave town yet because I have one more quest, and I'm hoping that in 45 minutes, which is the remainder of today's episode plus tomorrow's episode, we can wrap it up. There's this mine guy who has lost his commission letter. It's been stolen. So let's go to this guy's house. 2nd floor, by the gate. Was it this house over here? Was this the mine dude house? I don't know. It's only this dude. It's the other of the 2 houses. Very good. It's gonna be this house over here. No, it's second floor. Well, I read that part. I'm so dumb. Okay. There's the mine guy. So yeah, we will do this, and then Roland will be done. So.
Damn it all. I just had to go missing. No, it just had to go missing right as we were ready to get back to Wake.
Looks like you have a problem, Chief.
Ah, you all. You saw the board, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. You say something was stolen, Gaton?
Yeah, I'm worried about what's happened. I'd like you to get on this right away. Is this a good time?
Sure. Oh, yeah, even Estelle says sure. Sure, lay it on us, Chief.
Excellent. Well then, before I get into the meat of it. Hey, Anya?
What is it, Papa?
Papa's got some very important things to talk about with Miss Estelle and her friends. How about you go have Mama read you a book?
Wait, hold on. Why is this so... I don't know, what's the word, risque, that, the kid has to go. Wait a second, it's just a stolen commission.
Okay! Mama, can you read for me?
Needed a moment to get ready too, huh? Well, there goes the blood sugar again. I'll go diabetic at this rate. Whatever.
Right, let's start over. So let me start from the very beginning. I know the posting wasn't too clear.
Yeah, if you could. It will help to know everything in the case of a missing object.
So, what's gone missing is the Royal Letter of Commission for the Amalgamine. Letters of commission come from the desk of the Queen herself. They authorize and record the authorizing of a mine chief for a given excavation site. The Amalgamine's actually the technical property of the Crown, you see. We can legally mine there only because we have the commission from Her Majesty.
Oh, okay. I never actually knew the mine, I guess the whole mountain, was the Queen's property. I guess that's kind of like how a monarchy works. Most everything belongs to the Queen. The monarch. It's not a great system when, someone decides to abuse it, which is why we've kind of moved on past them, but no. Those Calvard guys have something something a considerable alternative going on in their Republique.
Yes, the royal family retained significant amounts of land even after the constitution establishing the mayoralties was written.
Oh, okay, never mind. So it's not an absolute monarchy in that case, but okay. Of course, Chloe knows how to, drop some monarchy trivia. Very cool. I didn't intend to have her here for this quest, but it turned out pretty nice.
In truth, though, it is a mere formality in many ways. The Ousley's family can hardly work a mine alone, for example.
Either way, I think I follow the problem. Even if it is a formality on some level, the Amalgamine is Queen Alicia's property. As such, if you mine there without a commission, it's still technically theft.
That's it exactly. Do you understand why that letter is so important now? To the whole town?
Yeah, you'd be thieves if you went there without this commission, because this isn't a case you can totally just talk out with reasonable figures of authority, right? No, as soon as you lose that and you make the mistake of excavating, you are a brazen thief and you should be locked up. Maybe case A for why monarchies have some issues to them, huh? Yeah, no kidding, it's important. So, with that out of the way, what exactly happened? When did you notice the letter was missing? Where is it supposed to be?
It was just this morning. I noticed the little strong box I keep the commission in was open. When I looked inside, no letter anywhere.
So there hasn't been much time since you discovered the letter was missing. I'll be honest, Gaton, I'm a little unsure if this is even a crime at this point. But hold on, now why would the strong box open up by itself and the thing go missing? I don't know. This is a weird take from Shara.
Yeah, I agree. There's a good chance it's a kid's prank or something. You ask your daughter about this?
Okay, I guess that's an explanation, but...
I wish I could say it was. It'd make things easier. This time, though, it ain't that.
Why are you so sure? Wait, then look on your face. You have a reason beyond the letter itself to think this was a crime, don't you?
Good intuition, as a matter of fact. Well, take a look.
Oh, no, 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 hold on now. No, you can't have the last thing we do in Roland be one of these ones. The frickin' Blanc thing. Oh, come on. We were having a good time in this place. Well, actually, we were kind of having a stressful time these last few missions because they were kind of like eating me up a little bit, these long-winded quests. So I guess this is just par for the course for this final serving of obnoxiousness. Oh well. Oh well, I can do this, I'm sure. The Gransel thing tripped me up because the goddamn place is so gigantic, as I kept mentioning very much. Roland is much, much smaller in scope, so mayhaps I have the brain power to do one more of these. One more, but at this rate, Bose is also gonna, like, Bose me up, and Bose is a pretty big place, as I recall. Maybe not as big as Rouen, and it's actually a miracle I did. Did Rouen have one of these? If it did, then it's a miracle I managed to do it there. But, like, yeah, Bose might really trip me up. But Roland, we can maybe get through it. So, let's get to it, guys!
Oh, my beauteous princess and her band of heroes. The words of the queen lie in my hand. Should you desire their return, then sift ye through the chaos to find the truth. The first key lies within the city. Search they who sit beside the goddess. So that card was inside the box instead. This has to be a theft. No kid wrote that.
Maybe a man-child. Idios, just kill me. Okay, I can at least appreciate that, like, I'm on the same wavelength as the actual characters here. That's very fun. Oh no.
What in the... Why do you all look like you've seen a naughty dog?
Whoa! No, it's just, It's nothing, Catan. Don't worry. Well, at least we know who our criminal is. That's something, kind of. LeBlanc, you opera fetish maniac. Do you ever know when to give up? Well, he's technically never failed so far, because, like, he does want to string us along on an annoying quest. He seems to enjoy us solving his puzzles, so I don't know. I think we're playing exactly into his hand, so talking about him giving up is, why would I do that when you're providing everything I'd ask for?
Who the hell is LeBlanc? Is he the one who stole my letter?
I can't be absolutely certain, but I think it's very likely. We can guess about it later. Right now, we need to track down this letter. Yes, that seems wise. Let's try finding the place on the card first.
We have to find they who sit beside the goddess, huh? Nice and poetic, I guess.
I'm guessing it's some kind of illusion. The only place that remotely comes to mind would be the town church. Maybe we should start there?
Sounds like a good place to start to me. Anyway, Estelle, good luck and be careful.
Yeah, we'll do our best. We'll get to the bottom of this, Catan.
Please, the town needs that letter back, not just me.
Okay,